Welcome to this week of Fly Rod Chronicles. We're up in northern Quebec and we are in the middle of a Arctic Char frenzy.
This is a feeding frenzy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely. Look here, fish hitting the water all around us. I've got a big char on. A monster Arctic char.
Traveling the world, fishing, enjoying the great outdoors. Those are things that would have seemed impossible to me when I was a kid growing up in the mountains of West Virginia. I'm a lucky man and I never want to forget it, and I'm hoping that sharing my experiences with folks will inspire them to do the same. I'm Curtis Fleming, and these are my Fly Rod Chronicles.
Quebec is a large area. We're in the Nunavut region and we're chasing Arctic char. You know, it takes a lot to get up there from the old state of West Virginia. Luckily, we had a good friend, Siegfried, who put all the logistics together and got us to Arctic Adventures to chase the Arctic char.
The Arctic Adventures Fish Camp, located on the Payne River in the Nunavut region of Quebec, is truly a special place. My first outing here was amazing, and I look forward to fishing with my native guide, Eric, again.
When we were at Arctic Adventures earlier, we got into the Arctic char, and it was incredible fishing, but we heard about the feeding frenzy, and man, did we get a taste of it.
Oh my goodness.
So the best way to explain a feeding frenzy, it's like a hot tub. It's like a jacuzzi. I mean, the fish are just boiling, and all once in one place there'll be 3, 4, 5 explosions, and you'll cast at them, and as soon as you cast, you instantly hook into one of them.
There he goes, fish on. Oh, look at him, he's going nuts. This is crazy. Unbelievable. Eric, he's coming right to the boat, and look at him, just bulldogging. Look at him run. Well, we picked up on the seagulls, and very first cast, and oh man, this is too much fun. And I'm fighting this on a 6-weight, and it is a good fish. Oh, look at this. It's like an Atlantic salmon. And you know, Arctic char is not known for going airborne, but this fish is going crazy. I'll reach as high as I can. All right. Wow, that is so crazy. I mean, we literally just come down through here and saw all these fish feeding and had to make a cast. That was too cool. Man, that's a good fish, Eric. Oh, yes, yeah. Well, man, we got him blowing up here. Let's put him back and then let's catch another one.
Yep.
All right.
When you get done, as you're taking that fish off, you find yourself turning into a greedy fisherman because you're seeing the next explosion and you're wanting to cast it in.
All right, here we go. Look at this fish behind you. Fish right here, literally just blowing up everywhere. There he goes, right there. Look at this guy, oh my gosh. Look at him run. I have never seen this before. Arctic char are not supposed to do this. They are absolutely going crazy. Unbelievable. Again, the birds gave it away. We looked over here, we saw the seagulls eating, and we see fish rising. Look at this. This is crazy. I was getting ready to say this is as close to salt fishing as possible, but we are in the salt. We're in the Payne River, and this is salt fishing for Arctic char at its finest. And I'll tell you what, I've got a big fish on. Look at this guy. Look how collared up he is. He's gorgeous. Nice. Oh boy, look at that guy. That is, I'm telling you, that is exciting. Man, this is cool. This is so freaking cool. Look how gorgeous. That is amazing. All right, we're gonna take a commercial break. We'll be back right after this. Very nice.
This segment is brought to you by Fly Rod Chronicles Signature Rods.
So as we were on Payne River, we noticed the seagulls all in one area. So that immediately tipped off our guide that they're feeding on something.
J. Rod, can you, you see where they're blowing up there to your right? Look to your right how they're spinning. Yep, 1 o'clock, 60 yards. They're blowing up everywhere. Yes, and we're just gonna go a little ways.
When we got over there, we noticed some baby lance, which is a small bait fish that the Arctic Char was keying in on.
The fly of the day for us was called the millbrook. It imitates the baby lance that the char are keying in on very well.
Is that a caribou out there floating or not? Is it? Look here, guys, I got a fish on, and it's swimming to me, and there's a caribou right there coming to me as well. I may be able to be the first person to catch an Arctic char and a caribou at the same time. How crazy is that? I was just kidding about the caribou. Unbelievable. I mean, where does this happen? This is absolutely crazy. This could be a mess. Oh yeah, thank you. Again, guys, this is an Arctic char. I mean, I don't know how else to spell it or spin it, but this is an Arctic char that is going absolutely nuts. In circles, under the boat, around the boat, through the anchor, up in the air. There he is, my man. That's a good one, isn't it? Eric, look at this guy. He has put us on some serious Arctic char up here in northern Quebec. Look at these fins, cousin to the brook trout.
It's time for Trout Unlimited's Release of the Week.
That worked. Sorry.
You know, we were fortunate to have Eric as our guide. You know, Eric is a native here. Eric knows every rock like the back of his hand. Eric knows every fishing spot, where the fish are supposed to be and will be. You know, we came up here from West Virginia to be on their land, Inuit land. And Eric, being a native, gave that flavor. And it's really special to be up here guided by a native.
What are you doing, man? What are you doing? You don't trust my cast? You don't trust me? No. That's awesome. All right, I'm winding up. I'm not going to hit you. Just in case. Oh, this has been so much fun. Actually, I'm going to go over top of us because I see a fish rising here.
It's Westerville Ecological Services. Time for conservation.
He come up and got that pink fly. I mean, he's not that big of a fish, but that's gorgeous, isn't it? Oh,
Perfect for me.
we didn't even have to touch him, did we? What's cool about being up here in Quebec and in this area is it's very sportsmanlike. We take the barbs off our hooks. You'll lose a fish every now and then, but it's worth it because it will save a fish's life. And they've adopted the catch and release up here. You are allowed 5 to keep and take back with you, but still they use the barbless hooks. You know, that one got off, but we still made a little TV and it all worked out, so we'll go at it again. Up here with Arctic Adventures, this is just a little bit crazy.
The fish started feeding in a ridiculous frenzy.
Oh my goodness. What are they feeding on, you think?
Like small minnow.
Yeah. Huh. Can I stand up on this?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I will.
I instantly went into fish mode. I actually lost complete self-control. I couldn't take it. I would want to cast at a fish over here, and then all at once a fish would jump on the left side of the boat. And then a fish would jump in front of the boat. So we'd cast, and sometimes after like 2 strips, you wouldn't get anything, and you'd see one explode behind you, and you'd just feel that need to pick up and throw at another one.
Jeez, man, I literally was picking up my line, getting ready to throw at this fish that was rising over here, and when I went to pick it up, I guess if I tell that kind of story, it's an accidental fish, but I'll take it. I will take it. And we got fish behind us. Yeah, we got fish everywhere. What a terrible problem to have. Unbelievable. That's a beast. Biggest one yet. Biggest one yet. This is a beast. I'm telling you, this is a beast. Wait till you see how the girth on this guy. I gotta show it to you. Please come out of there. Don't do this. I'm gonna try to give him, and I'm gonna try to wear him down. Man, he is huge. I mean, big, fat, like one of our camera guys. Just round, and eats cookies all the time. Who, me? We're all guilty of that. Hey, I really want to see this fish. I really would love to show our viewers this fish. He is absolutely gorgeous. This is a fish that I would get a picture of, measure. I would call Chad C. at Mountain Critters and say, please duplicate. Yeah, there's a big one beside it. And I'd say, Chad, could you do a replica of this? Because this is just absolutely gorgeous. Oh yeah, come right up to it. This is a big fish, isn't it? Yeah. Attaboy. Yes, Eric, give it to me. Yeah, man, look at that. Holy Toledo, look at this guy. Wow. That is absolutely crazy.
You know what makes the fishing frenzy even more exciting is because it is all visual. A little bit of hearing.
You know how I knew I had that fish? I heard him.
But to see the fish explode, it's incredible. I mean, looking through the costas and seeing fish take off after bait fish. They were chasing little small fish called a lance up here. And it was just epic to be part of.
Yep. Good call. Eric said he followed. He followed. Yes, he did follow. I mean, the technique here, we're literally circling around, looking for fish, eating, and whatever we throw at them, they are going absolutely nuts. This may be my biggest yet. It's a control and mind game right now. It's just a big, big, big fish that likes to play under our boat. But you know what? We're going to let him come back and make one more circle, and then we're going to bring him around, and we'll circle him right to my buddy Eric. And Eric got him. Whew! Baby, that's awesome. That is so awesome. That's a good one, isn't it? Oh my gosh. So again, he hit that millbrook. I mean, that fly will be retired. It will be at Fly Rod Chronicles' office up on the wall. That, oh man, thank you, Lord. Look at this fish. You care if I cast at this one that's eating right? There it is, right there, right at the end of that. I mean, he came up and just, I paused it for a second. I keep saying this, but this, oh, geez, I love it. I mean, I absolutely love it. Well, Eric, this is incredible. It's absolutely ape crazy. This trip has been incredible. We're up here on the Payne River of Quebec, catching Arctic char, and we got fish blowing up all around us. Come back to more Fly Rod Chronicles right after this.
If I don't have the gas, then I stick out my thumb. I've gotta get there one way or another. I'm a fishing bum.
This is a feeding frenzy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely. Look here, fish hitting the water all around us. I've got a big char on. A monster Arctic char, and there's fish blowing up everywhere around us. This is something that everybody's got to do. It has turned me into a 5-year-old kid. I am out of control right now. Eric, you the man. You the man. You the man.
You know, during this trip, we got to be here during a weekend. What's cool about being at camp on a weekend is that the Inuits, they go out fishing themselves. And at Payne River Lodge, it's like a community. And it felt really cool for the natives to come up and greet us Americans from Fly Rod Chronicles. We even had Elijah, who's the town mayor, come up and talk to us about their native culture and their ancestors.
It teaches me a lot, and I'm glad I can see now that was good thing. He teach me everything.
When we found out that the mayor was coming to town, we got to learn a little bit about how they dry their fish out. It's called pickcheck. And it was cool to see him take pride in not only catching the fish, but bringing them back to camp and preparing them in his own traditional way that his ancestors did.
It's lighter
Yeah.
to carry. The reason why they tried out fish and caribou.
Yeah.
If it's like this is heavy, you know.
Yeah.
When they try it up lighter, that's why they
that's
try it
true.
up.
And how many days do you have to dry it outside?
Depends the water. If the nice sunshine, windy, if it's nice warm, only takes 1 day. If it's not sunshine, it takes 2 or 3 days.
You can't strip set here. If I had the proper, there he goes. I just said you can't strip set, but I did the trout setting. Oh, wow. I don't know. How do you explain this to someone? How do you say, you've got to take a week out of your life? Yeah, and you've got to come up here to Quebec and catch these Arctic char. They've got to be on everybody's list. It's absolutely amazing. And I know it sounds like I'm getting fish greedy, but I am. I just can't take it. I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and talk to Dr. Hess and say, I'm addicted, and I'm gonna have to go to a Fish Anonymous and say, hi, my name is Curtis Fleming, and I cannot take this. This is freaking amazing, man. Bring it on. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. They're all good fish, Eric. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. Look at this guy. And he's still got a bunch of spunk in him. This is crazy. I'm gonna let him make that run, then I'm gonna turn him. Then I'm gonna bring him up. We'll try to bring him right. Yeah! Welcome to Quebec, baby. We're in Quebec, Canada with my man Eric. Will you talk to me, baby? Yeah. This is crazy. Absolutely insane. Look at this beast.
You know, you will hear us say over and over that fishing is a universal language. Eric speaks very good English for an Inuit. When I asked Eric the question, was I a good fisherman? I think it's funny.
So you've worked here with Arctic Adventures for how long?
For 8 years.
For 8 years. As many fish as we just caught, do you think maybe it's because I'm a good fisherman, or do you think this is a good place?
Good place. And you're a good fisherman.
Oh, wait a minute, you're supposed to say good fisherman first. Did you notice what he just said? It's a good place. And what you're saying is anybody could come up here and do this.
Yes, yes.
That's exactly what he's saying.
The fishing was some of the best of my life, but I have to say that the most memorable thing from this trip was getting to be in the Arctic with the native Inuits. And I'm already looking forward to coming back to the Payne River and fishing with Arctic Adventures. Thanks for hanging out with Fly Rod Chronicles. Come back